On a great season. If you will, make any opening comments you want to make, then we're going to open up for questions. Coach Mike Dean, Charles Henderson, Class 4A runner-up.
Number one, I'm proud of our kids. It's disappointing. Congratulations to Aniana, number one. They played great. Proud of our kids. You never want to take away their accomplishments, but at the same time, you didn't come here to lose either. We probably played as poorly as we played all year long. Something we preach to our kids every day about winning each day and getting better every day of everything we do. We haven't had a very good week of practice. I think not being here before showed, where they've been here 3 straight years, it showed their composure was definitely evident, where some of our guys never looked very comfortable. Evident on the first series defensively, 3 of the first 4 plays we were misaligned. We even wore wristbands to kind of help them out with calls, and then we had to take the wristbands off because that was even slowing them down. We went back to making calls, but we never got in any form of rhythm. But the thing is after that first hit or two, you should slow. Your composure should come back and hit and relax, because everything around you, you should get tunnel vision, and we just never seem to settle down and get in rhythm. A lot goes back to Aniana. They played a great football game, but same time we didn't play very good. But we're going to give them credit. They deserve it. Coach Jacobson and them did a great job. They got a great football team, and on the other side is we're not going to take away a positive from these young men. The fact that they're 14-0, now 14-1, and they got here. It's a life lesson. We're disappointed. Losing is, I was raised by a football coach. It was unacceptable in our household. We were called a communist if we lost. It's un-American to accept defeat. The key is the sun will come up tomorrow and you come out swinging. You learn from this. You don't accept it. You don't want to like it. You come out, and the key is get better. The sun will come up tomorrow. Don't pout. There's no self-pity. Get it out today, and get up in the morning and come out swinging in life. And that's what these young men, 2 juniors on this side, that are going to have to do it, because we go back to work. Don't think you're going to get a break. And then these 2 seniors on this side who's got unbelievable futures ahead of them. So we hurt now, but it's time to get back to work.
Question for Coach, our players.
Coach, you guys threw it 40 times or something like that. You probably didn't want to throw it that much. The running game just never seemed to get going. What was the problem there?
They controlled the front, the line of scrimmage. We didn't block very well, number one. Could not run the jet sweep. They did a great job of not allowing us to outflank them up front. Their front did an unbelievable job, but at the same time, they were more physical than us. One thing we challenged our offensive line and defensive line from last week, I felt UMS was a little more physical than us. I wasn't real pleased last week. So we challenged them. And I think Coach Jacobson and them did a good job exploiting some things off film, and they came in and were just a little bit more physical than us, but we couldn't get the jet sweep going to outflank them, to spread them out, to start hitting them in the mouth a little bit more in the zone. So they controlled the line of scrimmage. So by doing that, we had to throw a little bit more. And then, for us defensively, we just had some guys that were misaligned, and then we had some guys that weren't fitting and replacing, and that was some secondary problems that I'm still mad about. 5 minutes ain't going to help me. You just got some guys that got to play ball. We were in the right place. It just they got to come up and fit. But they beat us up front, bottom line. They were more physical. They beat us up front, and we had to throw the football 40 times.
Along that line, Coach, in the lack of running game, did they do anything differently strategy-wise than what you had seen as far as what they were doing?
They wouldn't. They had an extra guy up on the line of scrimmage some. They brought that guy up, and if we motioned, they rolled that back guy and up. So they rolled their coverage a little bit to bring that extra man, and that helped them by rolling that extra man up to keep them from getting outflanked, because most times when you motion that man across, it's numbers. You bring that extra man across. If they're in zone, it's to get that extra man up to run that. If you don't roll your coverage to adjust to it, same thing that we were doing to them, because they're trying to outnumber you off that tackle over to run the stretch. They were just doing it in man a little bit more. So that's about the only extra thing, but still they could have done that without rolling their coverage. They were just beating us up front.
Question for players?
Guys, it hurts right now for you guys, I'm sure, but when you think back on it, how will you remember this year to the players?
It's a great year. We're proud of what we did up until today. We wanted to finish the job and weren't able to, and it's kind of heartbreaking that we didn't.
Anybody else want to tackle that?
Yeah, I just proud of my brothers and that we fought hard, but we just didn't execute the game plan today.
Anybody else?
They'll now it hurts, and y'all don't know, we're adults. We've been there before. It hurts them now, but couple days, even later, they're going to look back. There's going to be better memories than this. We know it as teenagers. They think they know it all. We've been 15, 16, 17, 18. They think they got all the answers. Only women have all the answers, but at least my wife tells me that. But my daughter now. But it hurts. I know it hurts. But time heals everything. Pain is temporary. They'll look back and they'll have fond memories, and that's the key. Even it hurts me, but like I said, the sun's gonna come up, and life goes on. They'll be stronger.
Did Mondares get hurt?
No, he does that every game. He's okay. He weighs 158 pounds, so he's okay. He went down. He had gotten hit on the side, and he's a little banged up coming into the ball game. So it's called 16 weeks of football, so I think he's okay though.
One more, Coach. After Dora last year, y'all went to work 48 hours after you were done. How quick do you go back to work now?
We got 2 more weeks of school. We got exams. We're meeting Monday at I told them instead of 6:30, 7:45. We've got a coaches meeting after school. If we didn't have Christmas break, I don't do well with time. I got to work. And my wife thinks she wants me home, but after about 2 days, I'll start pacing. I'm a coach. It's just my dad coached. It's just what we do. And the key is the only way to getting a loss out of your system is to win again. That's the only thing I understand. You go back to work. I'll get some rest, but by Monday, I'm going to start getting the itch again. And y'all know as well as I do, football season will be here before. Now, you win from January to August. It's not what we do from August till now. You win from January to August. So enjoy Christmas, enjoy that time. But come January, it's time. That's when we got to get back to work. And our goal wasn't just to get here. This was not a field trip. This is not a one-time opportunity. Our job on this earth is to be champions. This is what God put us on this earth to do. And your job isn't over until God calls you home. The same thing in our profession. Our job isn't over. And it's to get better every single day. And it's time to go back to work. And that's what a champion's all about. And if it's too much for Charles Henderson, then they got the wrong person. It's time to go to work.
Any questions for players? Any more questions? Well, guys, congratulations. A phenomenal season.
Y'all.
Phenomenal season.
Appreciate it, man.
Just got to see y'all play all